Oh, okay. Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. Our next guest has remained a staple of gospel music for years. He is a singer, songwriter, and multi-platinum producer.
Please welcome down to the circle the gospel icon, Fred Hammond. Come on, y'all. Yes! Mr. Hammond, yes!
Yes. Oh, my God. We are so honored to have you down here. You are like gospel royalty.
Thank you, thank you. I just heard a brand new one, Grandmaster.
The Grandmaster.
Oh, that's a new one. That's good. Okay, good.
Now, you came from the group Commission.
Yep.
What was that transition like, and how have you been able to sustain in this industry coming from a group for so long?
Well, actually, I started at 19 playing bass for the Winans for 4 years. And traveled with them when they first started, and they taught me the ropes, and then went on into Commission, and it was a nice thing. I go back and listen to our catalog all right now, and I'm transported back to that.
My God.
You know, and then on to RFC. I've just kind of been like a groundbreaker. I always go against the current. If the current is going this way, I'm the kind of guy that goes this way because usually that's the way God is moving at that point.
Come on now.
Right, you know.
Chance the Rapper sampled some of your music. What is it like to know that you're inspiring some of the younger generation?
That was one of the most uplifting. Besides, Ruben Studdard, he did it a long time ago. He talked about me, but then when Chance did it, I was absolutely honored and flattered. I was trying to get on the song because he wanted me to sing on it, and I couldn't make my schedule match, but that was amazing. And then to see all those people that he sings to, you know, a stadium full of people saying, "Are you ready for your blessing?" It was just amazing.
Yes. Wow.
Now, I always love to ask all music artists what their take is on the current state of music. But as far as gospel is concerned, Snoop Dogg just came out with the Bible of Love.
Yeah.
And it's sitting at number one.
Number one.
Now, we all love Snoop. You've collaborated with him as well. What is your take on hip-hop collaborating with gospel music?
I think God waited until hip-hop got to its apex.
Yep.
So that he can now say, I'm walking over there now. This is going to take me into this next place. Anybody who looks at it and says it's not, you know, it's not right, it's not this, they don't have a clue. God will go wherever he has to go to get whoever he has to get.
Yes, he will.
And he ain't afraid of that. We're afraid as Christians. Sometimes church people, we're afraid. But God will go, and he don't care. And he's going to get whoever he got to get.
I know that's
Talk
right.
to us about how that collaboration between you and Snoop happened. The name of the song, from my understanding, is called Bible of Love.
Yeah.
So what was it like in reference to the gospel community? Did they give you pressure? Was there any hesitation? Like, don't do that, don't do that? So how did that come about?
Man, let me tell you something. Well, a couple of his producers reached out to me and said, man, Snoop wants you to be a part. Now, Snoop and I would meet in different places, and we always just kind of honored each other. You know, he's a legend. And
you're a legend?
They called him, man. Well, they called me and they said, man, would you be a part of it? And I said, oh, yeah. There wasn't no hesitation. I knew I was going to get caught. I knew people was going to talk junk. I knew it. And I mean, there were the vultures came immediately on Facebook and on Instagram, and they started eating me alive. I never heard the song. They judged me because of who I was with, but it didn't matter. I listened to the song and I understood his heart. He explained his heart.
It's not very Christian like to judge someone based
But they,
on
you know, they call it something
Lord
else, you know.
have
But
mercy.
it doesn't matter. I went on ahead and I did it great because you know what? The name of Jesus must be called at least 50 to 70 times in that one song that I'm on. It's called Call on Me.
Call on Me.
And it's just talking about a man who's down on his luck, who's down on his times, and I know what to do at this point. Get on my knees and call on the name of the Lord. That album is a blessing. It's going to bless millions of people. And man, I don't really care about what. I'm 57 years old. I don't have time to care about it.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And I'm getting the album because I know I'm going to call on them when I get the album.
Come on now.
Now, you are currently on tour. It's called the Festival of Praise Tour, and you're with Donnie McClurkin, James Fortune, Take Six. What is it like being on this tour? And I believe you just came off of a tour of your own before that.
How do you... Marvin Sapp and myself.
Exactly. So how do you sustain the stamina to go from one tour to the next?
You know, it's just what I do because I don't look at it as touring. I look at it as an opportunity to present a new message, the message of gospel. And this one is it's a musical. It's not so much of just a concert. It is actually called The Texture of a Man. And because we're showing it through the eyes of a woman.
Right.
You know, how we can look weak at times, how we can look like silk at times would actually be cotton, or something like. So we're just kind of showing that, and it's mixed with skits and singing, and we sing and we just have a ball. Charles Jenkins is on it. We're having a ball.
What is it like to be on the road with you guys? I'm sure you guys unwind somehow, Christ-like. So what do y'all do?
Okay. Let's talk about
In
the
Jesus'
Christ-like
name.
stuff.
In Jesus' name.
We'll talk about the Christ-like stuff first. No, it's about, we all get the chance. We ride together, our buses roll together, and we compete a lot of times about who's going to actually get to the venue first, who's going to be late. Donnie is usually late. Donnie's usually going to be late. And I said, hey, Donnie, how you feeling? And but we just have a ball, man. We're tossing the ball around. It's a family. It's really a family.
Well, when we come back, we're going to stay with you. We want to keep you a little longer.
Come on, I'm
But we
here.
want to bring our sisters in as well,
bring
if
them
that's
in.
all right with you, so nobody go nowhere.
Don't go.
When we come back, we're going to have more with Fred Hammond and learn more about the tour and everything.
Absolutely.
Yes. Stick around, everybody.
Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. We are back with our sisters, Fred Hammond, in the circle.
Circle.
Yeah.
To the circle.
That's
You know
right.
they
Make
got-
it a circle.
They got a million questions, so we won't even talk. We're just
Right.
going to let them turn up.
have a few. Just a few.
All right.
So look, Fred.
I know Rashawn be down.
All right. Are you working on any new music currently? New album? Talk to us about that.
Actually, I'm working on a couple of things. Independent filmmaker.
nice.
And I got a thing I'm putting out called The Choir, which is the gospel version of Power and Empire.
What?
No,
What
it's
do
not
you
the-
mean by that?
Oh, it's going to turn up, but it's not a tell-all, it's not an expose-all, but it is a real depiction. One of the stories is about a stripper who God is calling out of the club, but the enemy is keeping her in.
Okay.
And so, and the troubles that go with that. I am working on a new record now. I'm independent. I decided to walk away from the industry and say, hey, guys, thank you for 30-something years. And now I'm going to put out my own music, and I'm good and chilling, and you hear some of it tonight a little bit. I love it.
Good.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about you had your children in Love Unstoppable, right? It seems to me that Brianne is following your footsteps, so she's singing and everything now. What's been some of the advice that you've given her to navigate through this industry?
With Brianne, she is, number one, she's down in law school now. She's working out.
Isn't she
law
gorgeous?
school.
You
She's
see how
doing
pretty she is?
That's my boo-boo here. And, but I tell her, go ahead and be free to sing what is in your heart and not just what we did. You have worship in your heart, but you will have relationships in your heart. You want to talk about broken relationships. You want to talk about whatever you want to talk. Give advice and be free with the beats. Whatever you need to do, you don't have to follow it into what we did before. It's streaming. It's digital. Do you?
Yeah,
That's real good. Good
Yeah.
advice.
And being such an amazing leader in their lives and everything that's going on in our world, how have you been able to help them navigate through it?
You kind of have to, it's hard sometimes, but you kind of have to sit back and wait till they come. If you overdo it and try to tell them beforehand, you get pushback. But sometimes they have to come to you saying, Dad, what do I do? What do I do? My son, I'm making a man. And he is 20 years old now, and he's in college. He's playing basketball, and I've watched him through this whole journey. And it's fun to watch, but sometimes you got to stand back and say, and wait till they call you, and be there when they call.
I love the fact that you said you're making a man out of him.
Right.
I'm making a man.
Hey, listen,
We need more, though.
So that's tough love.
That's tough love.
down
like
to the
that.
circle, we like to sing.
Come on now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We can't have you leave here without it. We like to play a game called the ABCs of gospel. When we have the good gospel artists come down to the circle. Would you like to play with us?
I'm in.
Okay, just have to make sure
don't
first.
think you had to
So,
do it.
so what we're
This.
going to do is, Kiana is going to start off and give us a song title. I'm going to start the song, and then you're going to take us to church with that song.
Yes.
But it's not a traditional church song. It's just like it's a nursery
It's a
rhyme.
nursery rhyme.
Okay, I got it.
You ready?
So we ready? Okay.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Up above, the stars so bright. Why don't you get Jesus in your life?
Okay, second
What's
song.
the name?
Mary, Mary had a little lamb.
Okay.
I don't know. Mary,
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb. Jesus was his name.
That
was real good.
Rockabye Baby.
Rockabye Baby. Okay. Me.
Me.
Rockabye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
And when the bough breaks, the baby will fall. And all the elders of the church will come around and they will pray for the baby and take the baby to the hospital. And then the baby will get healed and grow up to be real strong. Yeah.
Cradle and all.
I just got one more. This is not on the card, but we got a little bit more time.
Uh-oh.
How about this? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
All the king's horses and all the king's men looked at Humpty Dumpty and said, man, why you do that?
So you have a 40 city tour. Where can they find you? Where can the people find you?
They can find us on the festivalofpraisetour.com. Festivalofpraisetour.com. Go there and you can see all the cities. Tonight we're in Atlanta. This weekend we're all through Georgia and we're headed to see you.
Yes. Fred, we are so honored to have had you down to the circle. Thank you so much for being with us and singing with us. And for more information, you can go to Festival of Praise, Texture of a Man. Go to Sister Circle. To get the information on the tour, go to sistercircle.com and on all of our social media outlets.
And don't go anywhere, because up next is What the People Say.
They say Fred is everything.
Fred is everything.
That's what they say. They say Fred is everything.